Hello grade 3s and welcome. Today we are going to be looking at a strategy for learning how to multiply with 4. And in order to do this, we're going to think back about what we learned about multiplying by 2. So you can see on the board here I have 2 groups with 4 in them. So I'm just going to put a 2 to make 2 groups of 4, and of course by now we know that that is 8. And we learned that when we had 2 as a factor, we can take the other factor and double it. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Let's take a look at what happens when we add some more to make 4 groups of 4 instead of 2 groups of 4. More. Okay, so now instead of our 2 groups, we have 4 groups of 4. And to get this answer, we are actually going to think about what did I have when I only had 2 groups? I had 8. Well, I'm adding another 2 groups. So I'm taking this and I'm doubling it when I'm using 4. So now instead of 8, I have another 8 here. So we're going to double that 8, and our answer is 16. So I like to call this the double-double method. And so what we're doing is when I'm faced with one that is a 4 groups of something, I can say, well, let's take the other factor, 4, double it. 4 plus 4 is 8, and then double it again, double, double. 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Let's do two groups of 6. Okay, so I'm just making 2 rows of 6. I could have put these groups however. All right, so we've got 2 groups of 6 equals, we know that when we have 2, we can double the other factor. 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, now I'm going to make it 4 groups of 6. Okay, and so now I have 4 groups of 6. And I just think back to what I had when there were only 2 groups. And when there was only 2 groups of 6, I had 12. So now I've added another 12 because I've added another 6 plus 6. And I know that 12 plus 12 is 24. By the way, I kind of made an array here. If it was lined up a little better, I wasn't even trying to do that. Okay, so I've got my rows and my columns to make an array. So let's take a look again. Our double-double. 4 groups of 6. We think of 6 plus 6, 12. And then we take that 12 and we double that. 12 plus 12 is 24. So let's try one now without using our counters. So let's try 4 groups of 3. And I know that I have a 4, so I'm going to take the other factor. I'm going to double it once. 3 plus 3 equals 6. And then I'm going to take that answer and double it. 6 plus 6 equals 12. So my answer to 4 groups of 3 is 12. Double it and double it again. Double, double. Let's try one more. Let's do 4 groups of 7. Okay? I'm going to take the other factor, 7. I'm going to double that. 7 plus 7 equals 14. And double that again. 14 plus 14 equals 10 and 10 is 20. 4 and 4 is 8. It equals 28. So double, double. Now it doesn't matter if the 4 comes as the first factor or if it comes at the second factor. So if we take that one that we just did, 4 groups of 7, and we flip it around, we know that our answer is going to be the same as it was when it was 4 groups of 7. And so it's easier for me to think of it as 4 groups because then I can use the double, double. So even though this is going to mean there's 7 groups with 4 in them, to quickly just get the answer, I'm going to use the double, double. So there's my 4. So I'm using the double, double. 7 plus 7 is 14, and 14 plus 14 is 28. I know I said one last one a couple ago. Let's just try one more for good luck. Let's do 5 groups of 4. Okay, I have a 4, so I know I can use the double, double. Let's double 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, and let's double that. 10 plus 10 is 20. Now, when I see this question, I might not have decided to use the double, double strategy. I might have decided to count by 5s, and that would have been fine too. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so give this double, double strategy a try. Think of the other factor, double it, and then take that answer and double it again. All right, I hope this helps, and good work on your multiplication, and I hope to see you again very soon.